Hi, I'm Jessica Arpino with Coldwell Banker Realty. Today I wanted to do a video about recent price reductions in Ocean County because there's actually been quite a few of them. I work a lot with first-time home buyers or people with smaller budgets, and as everybody knows, Monmouth and Ocean County is becoming more and more expensive by the day. However, we are kind of at a point where people are maybe asking too high of prices for their homes. So I want to talk about some price reductions and price reductions on houses that are actually affordable and not like $3 million. So anyway, it'll be a quick one, but I'm just trying to help people out there who feels like there's no hope because I do hear a lot of that. Once again, just a disclaimer, I don't use the MLS because I don't want to break any MLS rules. I'm using realtor.com, which is a public site. Anybody can replicate this. I'm not doing anything special. If there was ever a property that you might be interested in, I'd be more than happy to take a deeper dive off camera. So anyway, let's take a look what we got here. So I already have Ocean County pretty much dialed in. Um, as promised, we're not going to go over 500,000 because I think that's a pretty, unfortunately, realistically, 500,000 is the normal price of a home these days. It's actually on the lower side. Um, but they are still out there as long as you can have a little creativity. So we're going to click price reduced. Done. All right. Now, I like to work with at least 2 bedrooms. I feel like studio and a 1 bedroom does not work for most people, so I just completely get rid of that. Oh, the other thing I do want to get rid of too is active adult communities, contingent pending. If you are over 55 and that's something that interests you, once again, we can do a separate search, but we'll make this super quick. But today is April 21st, and here are some price reductions that are well worth talking about. All right, so here's brick. Oh, and I like to mention too, I like to use, let me see if I have, oh, I don't have that pen here. I like to kind of focus on the shore. Part of the reason is most people are trying to stay on the shoreline. Not everybody. I mean, I've sold houses out in Jackson, but a lot of people try to stay towards the coastline, mostly because of the access of the Garden State Parkway, honestly, for commuting for work or whatnot. So I do try to focus on houses here. We'll do other videos further west, but I focus on, closer to the parkway, the better. Okay, so this house. I apologize, I still have a cold. All right, this was reduced almost $25,000. So obviously they were looking for that $500,000 price point. They couldn't get it. It's a 4 bedroom, 2 bath, 1,500 square feet. That's a pretty cool opportunity for somebody. It looks a nice corner lot. There's a little fence in the backyard, kind of right near where the Parkway and 70 intersect. So anyway, that could be a good option for someone. All right, let's scroll back. Sorry. I mean, this is a beach house option. Well, it's a co-op. I don't want to talk about co-ops. That's a whole other. That's a whole other thing. Cape. Okay, this is Breton Beach. I didn't mean it. All right. So this is actually a really popular spot now for first-time home buyers. I was actually showing a lot of houses over here last summer. It's a really, really cute beach community and it's still super affordable. This is a 3 bedroom, 2 bath that just was reduced $50,000. So that's, they were trying to get 450 for it. Clearly that did not happen for them. So, somebody wants to live more in like a beach community, this would be like a good option for somebody. Let's see. We can find something that's not just brick. Although I think brick is really a good spot for first time home buyers on a budget right now because you're still kind of close to everything. You know what? Let me zoom out. It might help me out. This was just dropped 25,000 or under 500,000, 3 bedroom, 2 bath, 1,700 square feet. This looks like it has a really decent yard. Now this is probably yeah, this is a townhouse. It was dropped 5,000. It's just under 400,000. 3 bedroom, 2.5 bath. Now that's pretty good. One of the biggest things that I hear from first time home buyers in the area is nobody wants one bathroom. And I understand that that's nobody really wants that, but so many of these houses that are like going in that 500,000 range now were like little beach cottages and bungalows, and there's like one bathroom in the whole house. I would say if you can get the house for a right price, like don't discourage it because it's not as a big deal to put in a half bath as people think. Especially if you're buying a little bit of a fixer upper, you'd be surprised what people can do now and where they can stick them to at least have that extra half bath. But anyway, that aside, we're back to the like this little townhouse here. This looks like a really nice like little community. You know, it was obviously they didn't want to drop it that much if they only dropped it for $5,000, but the 3 bedroom, 2.5 bath, that's really not bad. West Creek. I'm actually doing an open house there in 2 weeks. Forked River, I know a lot of people moving to Forked River. Whiting, New Egypt, that's a little further west than I want to talk about. Same with, by the way, New Egypt is a beautiful area if you like more of a country feel. No, it's a condo. This little place keeps popping up. Let's look at Beechwood. That's it's a little further south, but I mean, some of you may be looking at further down south. I just will, being in Monmouth County, I will admit that I do a little less business down there. I have, but most of my clients are looking for something in brick. All right, well, here's a 2 bedroom, 1 bath for 400,000. They just dropped it $25,000. You're probably thinking, oh my goodness, this is so small. But really, what we would consider this as condo alternative. If you really, really are dead set and not wanting to live in a condo, like this this would be an option for you. You still have, and it looks like you have a nice garage in the back for storage. So, and I actually know where Barber Ave is. This is another beach area. I showed a couple houses here. But it's quiet. It's a nice community. It looks like there's a decent lot. Oh yeah, look at that. It's right by the water. How cool is that? One thing you would have to check though is if it's in a flood zone. I think it looks like it's far enough away though. But anyway, yeah, if you really, really like dead set don't want a condo, this can be a really cute option for somebody to own something and have something for themselves. But anyway, I'm going to end this video here just to show you that there has been some price reductions and there is hope out there for you guys, you first time home buyers. I know it's tough. I have a couple of you right now that I'm trying to help, but I encourage you just to have a little bit of an open mind and keep positive energy. You can reach out to me and Joe. We're always trying to help first time home buyers out. We have connections with a lot of great lenders that, you can put as little as like 3 to 5% down if you qualify. So anyway, I hope you guys have a good day and I'll see you on the next video.